Tesla's got a really big secret that they don't want you to know. They just secretly introduced a new Model 3 that we have never seen before, while also working on a totally new redesign for the Model 3 and Model Y. But with these big changes also comes one big question. Should you buy right now? Or should you wait? Should you lock in those deep discounts and major tax savings? Or should you wait a bit, take your chances, and perhaps get a redesigned Tesla that's better than the current models in every single way, and that's loaded with new tech that's going to future-proof your Tesla experience for years to come? So in this video, I'm going to answer that question by doing a simple breakdown. I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you should buy a Tesla right now, go with the sure bet, and 3 reasons why you should wait for what is on the horizon. There is a lot to unpack here, a lot of big decisions to make, and let me do my best to help you, because the last thing I want you to do is make a very big and very expensive mistake. And also a huge thanks to Fantic for sponsoring this video. Tesla news over the last couple of days has been really interesting. We've seen them drop the price on some add-ons, they just raised the price on the Model 3 and Model Y, and then just introduced or reintroduced the long-range Model 3 after an 8-month hiatus here in the United States. But the model they introduced isn't one we've seen before. This now packs 325 plus miles of range, whatever that means, and also includes an LFP-based battery that only qualifies for half of that $7,500 EV tax incentive. And this all-new model, with Tesla going back and forth on raising prices, lowering prices, all that stuff, leads to a very interesting and controversial question, and that is, do you buy a Tesla right now and enjoy one of these cars, or wait for the huge changes and the big redesign set to be coming in just a couple of months? Could be bringing a big redesign, maybe more range, maybe there's some price cuts. There's almost an endless amount of possibilities on what could be coming next, and usually we don't really hear what Tesla's working on. There's always rumors and speculation, but we now have multiple credible reports from Tesla insiders and publications like Reuters that Tesla is in fact working on some major changes for the Model 3 and Model Y coming very soon, which sort of leads to this question: do you buy right now or do you wait? Let me start by giving you the first big reason why you should wait, why you should not buy a Model 3 and Model Y right now and wait for what's coming next. And that, of course, is that the redesign is expected to be pretty significant. Now, while this may not be the total frunk-to-trunk redesign that many would have liked to have seen, based on this alleged leaked spy shot of the projectile Model 3 that continues to gain credibility, this looks to be what the new Model 3 and Model Y will look like, and it's going to be a significant change. Again, maybe not a huge redesign, but is definitely, without a doubt, the biggest change these cars have seen in their entire lifespan. The Model 3 has been out for years and years, Model Y has been out for going on 3 years now as well, and this is expected to be the biggest design change these cars have ever seen. The big change, of course, the design, is really set to be coming to the front of this car. We've got an all-new pair of headlights here that are more sporty, very reminiscent to the Tesla Roadster and really the Model S. Many are even saying this does sort of look like a Model S Mini, and I definitely see that, which I actually think is a good thing. We've also got no Tesla emblem on the hood, not sure if that makes it to final production or not, and also some updated wheels and an all-new dash. Tesla is upgrading the inside of this car in a very big way with a brand new steering wheel that's going to ditch stocks, potentially 2 screens on the inside. They're removing the classic wood dash for a new non-woven fabric material, and basically giving the inside of this car the most significant update it's ever seen. And I think that this aesthetic change alone is going to be a big enough deal for most people who are going to want to wait for this model. As much as I love my Teslas right now, there are so many of them on the road that they all sort of just blend together and look like the same old thing. This design will certainly help these new cars stand out, and these changes on the inside will make it feel way more premium. Now, that's not to say that the cars we have right now look bad or anything, but if you do want a car that looks different, definitely in terms of design and the other features we'll get to in a moment, this is certainly going to be it. And it's sort of hard to recommend you buy a Tesla right now when we know not just an updated model, but an updated design is just a couple of months away, especially if you're looking to buy a Model 3. So definitely, if you're in the market for a Tesla and you want that new design and you want all the new features on the inside and out, that's going to be a big reason why you should wait to buy and wait for this new model, which should be coming in a couple of months. And while that is valid, let me throw out a counterpoint to that. The huge reason, probably the biggest reason you should buy right now and not wait a day longer, and something I really can't defend, is that the price cuts are almost too good to be true right now. Tesla has been on a price cut spree the last few months and dropping prices lower than we've seen in years. And when you pair that with the current form of the federal EV tax incentives, where you could earn up to $7,500 basically off the price of the car in the form of a tax credit, this makes Teslas basically more affordable than they've ever been before. You can get any new Model 3 or Model Y for not an insignificant amount of money, but a really low amount of money, especially given the competition, which makes these cars kind of an unbeatable deal right now. And to be honest, there is a ton of speculation that once Tesla produces these new refresh models and they release them, the prices are going to shoot back up. Maybe they've made these cars so efficient to build that they're able to sort of pass those savings on to you. Maybe not the entire story, but there is an argument to be made that pricing is only going to go up from here. The other big part of this is the federal EV tax incentives as well. We know the government loves to change their mind on what does qualify, what doesn't qualify, MSRP caps, material caps, stuff like that. And as they continue to change, what we've just seen change over the last few weeks, we know this isn't a set deal forever. So over the next couple of months, prices could fluctuate up or down. They could go down, but they're probably going to go up. And if we lose more of these federal incentives, these cars will in effect get more expensive. And before we get into more Tesla news, I actually wanted to take a break for just a moment to show off a brand new product that you guys are going to absolutely love. Fantic makes some of my favorite accessories of all time, and they are here with a brand new product that is super sleek, super lightweight, and is the perfect companion for inside of your Tesla, and that is this. It's the V7 Pocket Vacuum made by this video sponsor, Fantic. And I know that pocket is sort of in the name of this product and all, but I can't stress enough just how blown away I am by the size, really the lack thereof, with this vacuum. Most portable vacuums like this can be heavy, they can be bulky, but the V7 is not that at all. It is extremely lightweight, only weighing 1 pound, and its ergonomic design and non-slip handle make it extremely easy to use. In fact, the design of the V7 is so striking that it actually just won the 2023 IF Design Award. And of course, in addition to looks, the vacuum is also super versatile and functional as well. It has enough power to easily remove whatever you have in your car you need to clean: dirt, dust, hairs, in my case, crumbs of Cheerios in the back with my 1-year-old daughter. It's also got both an eco and high speed mode, so you can easily toggle between the two. You've got a nice screen here, so you can easily see all the info you need at a glance. USB-C for charging, love that. And not only is it super portable and sort of, versatile, but it's also super quiet too. The Fantic V7 is the ultimate portable vacuum you've got to check out for yourself. It's small, lightweight, compact, it's got a great design, and it's going to help you super easily clean the inside of your car. If you want to learn more, check it out for yourself today. Of course, I'll leave it linked down below. And also be sure to use the coupon code ROBERTV7 to get 20% off your purchase of the V7. Again, that is coupon code ROBERTV7 to get 20% off your order of a V7. So again, check it out for yourself today and learn more by clicking the link right down below in the description. Switching sides again though, the second reason I'd say to wait for the big refresh is going to be the improvements these cars will get, specifically on the Hardware 4 side. Now, putting aside all the nice aesthetic changes and design changes and stuff, Hardware 4 is sort of the next generation. It's the next evolution of Tesla's most important feature of the car, and that's sort of the brains and the camera and the system that runs autopilot and full self-driving. With Hardware 4, not only is Tesla upping growing the number of cameras around the car overall, but they're also giving the cars higher resolution cameras. So not only should this be great for Sentry mode and Dashcam clips, maybe give you a better idea of who's messing with your car and able to better read license plates, but also it should give the Tesla vision system more data to work with to hopefully be more powerful and more accurate. We know that Tesla continues to lean in more and more on their vision system. They're using it for everything now, and as autopilot gets more advanced and as full self-driving gets more advanced, it's going to rely heavily on hardware 4. And we have seen before where Tesla has introduced new features that weren't available on hardware 2 or 2.5 or hardware 1. We know that Tesla continues to add new features that require this latest and greatest hardware processing. So if you do want the most advanced features, maybe even more advanced features of full self-driving or auto park or whatever the case may be, you're going to want to have hardware 4. And it seems likely right now Tesla is only going to introduce hardware 4 when these new refresh models are ready. So if you do want the latest and greatest technological advancements and you want to future-proof your car, you're gonna want to wait for these new refresh models, which will have the latest and greatest Tesla hardware. I should also mention that Tesla is bringing back radar with their new HD radar Phoenix system in hardware 4, so that's great to see. And also there are rumors this car would finally have the necessary hardware for a 360-degree top-down bird's eye view. Not sure if Tesla's going to do it, but according to Tesla hacker Green the Only, this hardware with hardware 4 is now possible to do this, so maybe it comes with the car standard, or maybe they bring it in a software update, but if you do want a 360-degree view, looks like the only way you could get that is with hardware 4 on this new Model 3. We also know that in addition to all of these more high-end flashy features and design changes, Tesla is always known for sort of improving smaller things when they release new models as well. For example, usually the cabin gets quieter, the ride quality gets smoother, suspension gets better, and things like that overall do seem to get improved when Tesla releases new models. There's also a lot of talk about range. Maybe Tesla does change their battery technology, maybe there's some other efficiency changes with the design, or maybe there's something they're able to do with the combination of all of these things, plus some alleged new wheels that do add extra range. So if you're holding out hope for maybe a little bit more range, or maybe you'd like to see what battery tech could change or what range options are available, that's another reason to wait for this new model, because we could see some changes in those departments as well. Now, my counterpoint to this, though, is that while hardware 4 is great and should bring lots of improvements, Tesla could also make some changes with these cars that are for the worse and not necessarily for the better. For example, personally here, my wife took delivery of her Model 3 right before Tesla removed ultrasonic sensors, which I'm very happy about because as Tesla boasts the power of their vision system and how they don't need ultrasonic sensors, what we've seen from them over the past few months is them basically removing ultrasonic sensors and not giving any new update to restore these features. And then once they do restore these features, their vision-based parking assist feature doesn't seem to work all that well. Sometimes Tesla has been known for sort of getting ahead of themselves a bit and removing features and saying they don't need them. They can replicate the stuff with software and software features and not doing a very good job. So what Tesla might do is lean in more on this vision system and remove more physical hardware features and not really have a workable solution. Another specific example of this that we know right now is going to be with the steering wheel. And we know that Tesla is going to be putting a new steering wheel in this Model 3 and Model Y that is going to ditch stocks, those physical controls on the left and right, in favor of touch-sensitive buttons on the new steering wheel. This could be like the one on the Semi and Model S and Model X, sort of a regular wheel with touch-based controls. We could see maybe the yoke appear on the Model 3 and Model Y, or maybe this new sort of concept squarish wheel that's sort of a mesh between both of these ideas, what we saw in the latest edition of the Cybertruck and in this concept. So we don't know what Tesla's going to do, but if you're a fan of the more traditional interior, and we know Tesla already has minimal buttons and stuff like that, but if you do like the stocks, then this might not be the way to go because Tesla's going to remove it on these cars, and maybe you're moving more of what many would consider to be sort of standard features in their vehicles. So if you're not a fan of Tesla experimenting and you being the guinea pig, you might not want to await for the improvements we could see with this new Model 3 and Model Y design. All right, and the third reason I'd recommend waiting for this refresh model is sort of a twofer. One is that at least initially, the resale value on these cars should be pretty good, especially if they're hard to find. And also the bigger reason here is that if you're waiting for Tesla's next evolution and you want the more future-proofed car, this is going to be it. Like I mentioned before, for better or worse, it is going to pack some new hardware and some controversial changes, but also this is going to be Tesla's latest platform and their latest vehicle design, which is both a good thing and also a bad thing. The good news here, though, is that you're going to be getting the latest and greatest from Tesla, what they have to offer, and we've also seen them very quickly move to support the new system and deprecate the latest system. So there is a very real possibility that only this new model gets the latest and greatest software. It gets the best support from Tesla. It gets all the new features, and the cars we've got right now just don't have the hardware necessary to support some of these new things. Now, there's always software updates and improvements coming over the air, but we've definitely seen Tesla be very short-sighted in what they will do and what they won't do for older cars. So if you do want to basically make an investment in a Tesla and drive it for years to come, you want the latest and greatest in terms of tech and design and resale value, and just to sort of have the most future-proofed model, that's going to be the biggest reason to wait for the new Model 3 and Model Y. This is going to be the latest and greatest, and this is going to be the very best that Tesla has to offer for many years to come. Also, reason to wait is that once Tesla does this redesign, they're probably gonna not do it again for a couple of years. So if you're sort of on the fence and you could wait and you do want the latest and greatest and sort of the new design, that's probably a big reason I would personally wait. With that said, though, the third reason I'd recommend not waiting is that the cars that Tesla is selling right now are still really, really good. Even if Tesla doesn't support them for as long, or they're missing future features, you can't go wrong with a Model 3 or Model Y right now. There's a reason why these cars are some of the safest, most highly regarded cars on the road today, why they're so best-selling in so many markets. They're really great cars. Yes, they have their cons. Maybe that wood interior looks a little dated. Maybe the range isn't what it could be with some new battery technology. Maybe the design sort of looks like a dime a dozen, but they're still really good cars. And if you want a car right now and you're ready to sort of jump into an EV, these are a great way to go. Also, like I mentioned, not only is price a reason to jump on these cars right now, but now is an immediate time to sort of start saving. If you've got a gas guzzling car and you want to cut back on those gas costs immediately, jump into an EV and enjoy it right now. There are other incentives that could change. Local utility companies, maybe your local city, state tax credits and stuff like that. Now is a reason to jump into it. And ultimately, if you get a Model 3 or Model Y right now, you're not getting a bad car. You're getting a great car. They could be better. They could be worse with this new model, but the cars Tesla is selling right now are really, really good, and one that you will certainly not be disappointed with at all if you place an order and take delivery soon. So I'm curious, what are your thoughts here? What do you tell people who ask, should I buy, should I wait? Will it be worth it? Will it not be worth it? What are your thoughts? Let me know down below. As current Tesla owners watching my videos, what advice would you give to a potential owner? And if you're a potential owner, what questions do you have? Are you struggling with this right now? Do you think you should buy? Do you think you should wait? Hopefully I gave some insight, but also please feel free to comment down below and we can discuss together and sort of run you through your personal options and try to see if it's worth it or not to wait in your situation or not. Let me know down below. As always, I appreciate you guys watching these videos. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all in the next one.